And once again today, actually doing another stream of JoJo Part 5, Golden Wind. Oh my god, we're good to go, we're good to go, we're good to go. So yes, I have returned to actually do another episode of JoJo Part 5 of Golden Wind. On this stream, actually, current episode 4 of Golden Wind, actually. Not, I was going to say 5 just then, no, episode 4 of Golden Wind. And yeah, as we know, we've seen Pulpal now. We probably also might in theory just get one of the best stand designs fights in the universe as well in JoJo this week as well, which has me really freaking hyped actually, because it actually is one of my favorite fights in JoJo, because the stand design is so freaking cool. I just love it. It's so freaking awesome. So yeah, we're going to see that, I imagine, this week, and also possibly the initiation into the actual gang itself. I say the words correctly today, Jesus. I'm too hyped. My speech has gone to absolutely nothing. I'm so hyped. Yeah, so actually might for see I can't actually say the word initiation. The initiation into the actual gang itself. So we've got a lot to look forward to this week, I must say. We've got introduction of some best boys as well. Some best boys will be introduced this week as well. What's more to love in JoJo Part 5? Actually, a lot, to be honest, but still, we'll get there. We'll get there eventually. Part 5 is so freaking good. By the end of it, just be like, yes, boy. So, anyways, we'll actually put on Twitter. Actually, gone live. So, gone live for JoJo Part 5. Episode 4, not 5, episode 4. Yes, I believe, as I always say, we're good to go. I believe we're good to go. We actually are good to go. I believe we're fine. We're absolutely great. We're actually absolutely freaking great right now. It's going good, it's going good, it's going good. It's going good. And there we are, and I actually have the displaying of all of my view account now on Twitch. Beforehand I was actually saying anything, but now it is. Thankfully everything is now fixed. So yes, it's actually gets shown on the road. So in 3, 2, 1, actually start this thing absolutely now. Oh yes boy. Oh yes boy, there he is. I also realised I didn't actually mention it last week because actually someone pointed out on Twitter. His colour design in this part of the episode is actually reminiscent of the actual one of the covers or one of the actual pictures. It's a wallpaper of him with that design. It's actually one of my favourite wallpapers. It's actually one of my favourite wallpapers. It's so freaking awesome. Also, the colour design in this episode. Oh my god, it is so nice. The colour palette's just beautiful. But yeah, I mean, it's just, this fight is so freaking cool. Anyway, I'm gonna say it from now on, basically, because Part 5 was such great fights. Probably some of the best fights of the whole entire series, actually, to be honest. Oh man, it's just so freaking good, this show, and also the part itself. But yeah, Jono's actual colour design is very similar to the wallpaper. I can't remember if it was actually used beforehand, but I've seen it in wallpapers because it's actually a really famous cover. It might actually be in a cover or actually a promotional art. Either way, it's a very similar colour design. I didn't realise until someone pointed out on Twitter. I was like, oh yeah, I don't know why I didn't actually pick up on that. Absolutely can't wait to actually see the gang actually though. Oh man, it's just the fact of it's been teased so much to see them just be beautiful. It'll bring back memories. Oh. I love Giorno so much. I love Giorno. He's amazing. Oh man, just hearing those words just... Uh-oh. Ooh. This fight is so freaking cool. I love it. More importantly, because the sound design is so freaking amazing. Still, just seeing this part animated just makes me so happy. I know it's every single week, but it's just the thought of actually having this every single week now. It just makes me so freaking happy. Woo! It's Koichi. He's back. The fam's back. I must say, the direction in this episode's fantastic. Like, god damn it, it's amazing. But the use of colours are just so freaking phenomenal so far. He's one of those things you actually do appreciate Giono's character, because he's kind of, I've always said it, he's a mesh of all the kind of previous protagonists into one, really. But then kind of makes his own kind of personality at the exact same time. That's why he stands out as one of the best JoJo's in the whole entire series. He's a mix of all the different protagonists into one character, and it's so fantastic, because you kind of do see the advancement in the actual kind of development of the character and the actual the protagonist itself as well. And also constantly subverts where he actually came from, what kind of person he came from as well. It's one of those things that you also do appreciate. Oh. Oh. Also very well done as well. This is so freaking great. Oh my god. I love it. As I said beforehand, you actually understand as time goes on my love for this character, because he's just so freaking great. Oh, they call him Shadow Sabbath in Crunchyroll subs. I mean, it's not actually it's not too dissimilar from the actual proper name itself. It's Black Sabbath in the manga, so it's not too dissimilar. It's not Zipper Man levels of change. I always will say still that the direction of the show is fantastic. I've said it twice this stream, but it's just so freaking good. That was great. That was great. This is what I mean. The fact is, he kind of he exhibits everything a Joestar would actually be, but it's fun because he actually doesn't very subvert the person he came from. It's one of those things I just really appreciate it. Oh, oh, oh! It's happening, lads. It's happening. And there he goes. And there he goes. Ah! There they are. Oh man, we got to wait until episode if I actually hear them speak. Oh man, there they are, the fans themselves at the end. Oh man, yeah, it was a good episode. It was a good episode of JoJo. Like always JoJo's amazing, but even more so episode actually because it just kind of brought back why I love John so much. Because I said beforehand, he's probably one of the best JoJo's out there, possibly either second or third. I don't actually know just yet, to be honest. It's really hard to pinpoint the best JoJo. I mean, I would say Johnny's kind of the best JoJo, but at the same time, like, John was really freaking good as well. There's Josuke as well. It's just, it's really hard to actually kind of pinpoint all of them. So that's the thing. I don't know who I actually would say is the best JoJo of all, but John was up there. I think it's probably he's in the top 3 easily. He's easy top 3. But yeah, I mean, this episode just really kind of hit home that he's not the character you think he is. He's actually a lot better than that. Actually, I actually quite like that. He does retain that kind of different personality you actually kind of expect from a different JoJo, but he actually kind of retains also what makes the JoJo's JoJo lineage, or the Joestar lineage, so freaking good. It's one of those things. He just kind of exhibits everything you would that's been established beforehand in a Joestar, but also kind of exemplifies those ideas to a different degree than beforehand. It's one of those things you do really actually appreciate that. So yeah, he's one of those characters that kind of exhibits everything you expect, but also kind of exemplifies in the exact same time. And it's even just proof in his episode that this whole thing with Koichi going, look, you did this, but in the end he actually kind of finds out, no, he's actually kind of a good person. He's a person that's got a dream. He wants to accomplish said dream, and he actually won't give up trying to accomplish that dream, and he actually will do anything in his power to get that dream accomplished. It's one of those things that you really do appreciate, that the actual kind of drive this character doesn't very have. He doesn't really give up, even in the face of kind of really like kind of odd odds when you think about it. He's one of those characters that keeps on pushing through and never giving up. I mean, even the initiations kind of prove that whole entirety perfectly. He's one of those characters that otherwise kind of just doesn't give up, and it's actually so fun to watch, so fun to see him just grow. And I believe as time goes on, people will appreciate his character even more so probably than they did in the manga. As I said last week, the actual part itself, I believe this part will get more appreciation in anime form than it did in manga form, but also at the same time, I believe also that his character might in theory get more appreciation as well, because it's just, I always believe that the anime brings to life even more of his personality than the manga does. The manga does in theory give so much of his character, but also anime does in theory bring him to life even more. So we'll see as time goes on why I actually love him so much. I mean, even with the whole thing of Pulpa as well, it was just proof there. The fact is, he's actually even a brilliant strategist as well. He's a character that actually knows what to do in certain situations. He doesn't get a situation. He just can't figure out what to do. Even when it does in theory kind of happen, he just brings to life something amazing. You just go, Christ, that's actually really freaking good. That's actually really freaking brilliant. It's one of those things. Like, he's just one of those characters you just can't stop watching because the way he does things is just so freaking amazing. I can't get enough of his character. And yeah, as time goes on, we actually will see the secondary characters even better as well. Secondary characters are just so freaking fantastic. This manga, also anime as well. It's one of those things that the anime does in theory bring to life also the other characters as well, once they actually kind of do in theory get their time to shine. You'll see what I mean, because the other characters are so freaking cool, like Butch as well. It's just, he's an amazing JoBro. He's probably second best JoBro, I'd imagine, at this point. Actually, probably, yeah, he actually probably is the second best JoBro. I think Gyro's still the best JoBro. I'm not too sure. It's still conflicting me, to be honest, because it's one of those things that you just can't pinpoint the best of the best just yet, because it's still kind of going, and each one has their own kind of distinct quirks. Makes you go, yeah, he's kind of better in that regard. But Butch is just fantastic anyway. He's one of my favorites. You will see why. As I always say, you will see why I love him so much. But also, the main takeaway about this whole entire episode really is the kind of direction the show's taking, because it's kind of going above and beyond the whole entirety of what I expected from this part as well. Because again, as I said beforehand, JoJo's not too unfamiliar really when it comes to good direction. Part 4, Part 3, Part 2, Part 1 also had all these moments of great direction, but I think Part 5 is kind of the best directed part so far, because it just has it's brimming with color, it's brimming with life in each shot. It's just so fantastic to see this part brought to life in this way, and it's really nice to actually doing nice callbacks to certain artwork that Araki did, because in certain shots you do get to see the different kind of sides of Giorno through different artworks as well. It's just so freaking nice, and it's really nicely done. Actually, really just kind of tightly compact into a really nicely paced part as well, because part 5 really is the kind of the best paced part when it comes to probably comes to the anime form as well. Because I've said it beforehand, I'll say it again. This is the better version of Part 3, as I always said it, because it actually is the better version of Part 3. It's Part 3, but kind of just trimmed to the actual best parts of it. And it actually is so freaking great. It also even has better parts in Part 3 as well, but you get what I mean as time goes on. But yeah, it's just so much. It's just amazing. The Black Sabbath fight itself, God, it was just so exquisitely done. I was just like, yeah. This is what I expected from JoJo Part 5. I can't explain how great it is, because it's just so freaking phenomenal. It really is. It's just everything I wanted, even more so. I just love it. Even the OST's fantastic. Even the sound design's fantastic. It's just everything in this part so far has been 10 out of 10. Really, 10 out of 10 completely. I can't argue with anything in this part so far. It's just so freaking good. It's just unbelievably amazing. I can't get enough of it. I really can't. And I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see what they do later on with certain fights as well, because it'd be mind-blowing how well they actually do certain fights in this part. So yeah, I mean, that's been me done for today. It was exquisitely done. Giorno's fantastic. Koichi's pretty freaking cool as well. Black Sabbath is actually one of my favourite stands the whole entirety of JoJo, because it's just so freaking cool how it's designed as well. And also Pulpa's death is just so freaking great as well. It's very JoJo, but it's just so fantastic still. So yeah, that is me done for today. So as always, if you have enjoyed this whole entire stream as a whole on Twitch, then do leave a follow, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. And if you enjoyed what you hear on YouTube and you do want to leave a like, then do leave a like, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. And if you have enjoyed what you hear on YouTube and you do want to stay a little bit longer, then do leave a sub, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. And also, if you want to stay a little bit longer after that point, then do follow me on Twitter, because indeed it does help me quite a bit. You actually will then know when these streams go live on Twitter as well, and actually anything else that actually doesn't really happen as well. Also, if Twitter isn't your thing as well, I do in free actually have a Discord server as well, which will then tell you also when these streams go live and the streams I do as well. But until next time with some more JoJo Part 5, I will see you guys later. Bye for now.